Welcome back, you guys. Let's get into my go-to soft glam routine. We are cutting right to the chase, so let's get into it. I'm starting off with this Onesize primer, and I'm only placing it where I feel like my pores are a little larger and they show whenever I do my makeup. Then for the remainder of my face, I'm following up with this Fenty Instant Retouch primer. It's so good. It was a recommendation from Uche. I love her content, and the second she said she uses it, I went and I bought it. Worth all the coin. Now let's get into brows. I like to use Benefit Cosmetics brow pencils. Today we're using two different shades. I'm using shade 3 to just carve out my brow, and then I fill my brows in some more with shade 2.75, which is an auburn shade, and it helps match my hair a little bit more. I really like this auburn shade because it's still mainly brown, but it does have the perfect amount of warmth to match my hair color a little bit more. To conceal my brows, I'm going in with the Benefit Cosmetics Cakeless concealer. I had originally bought this concealer for under my eyes, but it's way too drying, so I decided to use it to carve my brows out, and it's been doing great at that. I would only use it for that, to be honest. I only use this concealer to carve out under my brows. I'm going in with this Milani concealer to carve out the top because it matches my skin tone a little bit more. We are not trying to do the halo brow over here, okay? We did start pretty fast, so I really didn't get to do my introduction. Hi, you guys. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shy, and I'm your curly bestie, but today we're switching it up a little and doing some makeup. Now, to finish off my brows, I'm using this Ilia clear brow gel. I'm not super picky about brow gels in general because I don't really do the laminated look, so as long as it doesn't flake on me, I'm good. To color correct, I keep it simple. We're going in with this LA Girl Orange Corrector, and I just use a little. A little goes a long way with this stuff, so just a few dots wherever I feel like my makeup fades the fastest or I see some hyperpigmentation. I also want to note that the way your makeup looks and how long it lasts really does depend on your skin prep, so you want to make sure that you are not skimping on that. If you have a flawless skincare routine, there's a high chance that you're going to have a flawless makeup routine. If a skincare routine is something you guys are interested in seeing from me, let me know and I can definitely do a little video on that. Now we're moving on to foundation. I actually just got this foundation recently from Sephora. I've been having such a hard time matching my skin right now because honestly, this is the lightest I've been in a long time, and I'm just really having a hard time getting the right shade for me, but I think I like how this foundation came out and how it looks. This is like my third time trying it, but let me know what you guys think. I do use different concealers for different parts of my face, so I like to go in with this Milani concealer in the sections that you guys are seeing, and then we're going in with this NARS concealer for under my eyes and the bridge of my nose. I have two shades of the Milani concealer. The Tiramisu is a darker shade than Madeleine. I like to use Tiramisu in the inner corner and outer corner of my eye, and then I pop Madeleine right in the center. The way I applied my concealer on the outer part of my eye helps to give me a really nice lifted look. While my concealer sits and dries down, I go in with this foundation stick from Black Opal, and I use this to bronze my face. I feel like the color is the perfect depth of brown. It makes me feel like I'm contouring and bronzing at the same time. And because it's technically a foundation stick, I find that it's very lightweight and easy to blend out. Now that our contour is blended, we're gonna go in and blend out our concealers. If you ask me, this is where the tools that you use to blend out your makeup come into play. I personally find that whenever I'm using a beauty blender to blend out my concealers, I get a more natural finish in comparison to when I'm blending with a brush. So if I'm having a girls' night out or a date night, best believe I'm pulling the brush out. I have a few different brushes for specifically blending out my concealer, but the one that I'm using right now I've had for years, and it's actually from the Sephora collection. I'll pop it in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Blending does take a little bit of time, so it does require patience, but not just that, it's really important to have a light hand because if you apply too much pressure, you might just blend away all of the product you applied. A little pro tip that I learned from a makeup artist is that you can blend out the edges of your concealer with your foundation brush, and it literally looks flawless. For liquid blushes, I have a ton of different kinds that I like, but I have been obsessing over this Juvia's Place one. It's so good. Once that's nice and blended out, I like to go in with the brush that I applied my pot concealer with in my inner corners, the lighter shade of the NARS pot concealer, and I just place that there to add a little more brightness to my under eye. And then we just blend and blend and blend some more. To set my under eyes, I always start off with a pressed powder. This is the Huda Beauty one in Cherry Blossom. I love this stuff. It definitely adds a lot of brightness to the under eye. You guys have to just trust the process, okay? I promise it's gonna look so good in the end. Then I like to follow up with this Onesize setting powder in translucent, and I go right over the top with it. I only apply the pressed powder under my eyes, but this translucent powder goes everywhere. If you're someone that is not really a fan of a bright under eye and you want something more neutral and subtle, I also have a pressed powder from Huda Beauty that's in the shade Banana Bread, and that one's perfect for a more subtle, soft glam look. For a quick little eyeshadow moment, I usually go in with my bronzer shade, or I go in with with a nice chocolatey brown for my lids. I also placed this under my under eyes as well, and it definitely elevates the eyeshadow look. And literally, how cute is this palette? Now that I've baked for like 2 minutes, I like to dust everything off of my face and start blending away my powders. If I feel like my under eye is a little bit too bright, I like to go in with the Studio Fix powder from MAC. Yes, we're going way back with it. This has been my holy grail. It just gives you the perfect airbrush finish. It literally always saves the day anytime I feel like my under eyes are just a little bit too bright for me. Now for bronzing, I like to use 2 bronzers. I'm going in with this Makeup by Mario one, and then I'm going to follow up with this Fenty Beauty bronzer. I actually learned this trick from a masterclass that I watched of a pro makeup artist. He was specifying that flawless bronzy celebrity look is usually from using multiple different bronzers, and so I decided to up my bronzer game, and it's had me in a chokehold ever since. I definitely should have cleaned my makeup products before filming this video. My bad, you guys. If you're noticing a little layered effect where you feel like all of the products are not actually blending but just sitting on top of each other, we're gonna fix that, so don't worry. Now it is time for some blush. I'm obsessed with this trio palette from Onesize. Oh my gosh, this has to be my favorite one. I have a few of them, but it's so good, so pigmented. This should definitely be on your Christmas list, okay? It's like the perfect Barbie pink, like so cute. I definitely have to start using the cream blush in this trio as well because it is so good. Now that we've applied our blush, we're gonna get into highlighting. I don't highlight my cheekbones anymore. I really just do the bridge of my nose, under my brows, and then the corners of my eyes occasionally. Once that's done, I like to go back into that little palette that I had and put that brown eyeshadow right under my waterline as well, just to tie the eyeshadow look together. That is like my favorite thing to do. It always elevates the look. Now I'm going in with this brown liner from Benefit Cosmetics. I prefer this than black. It doesn't make my eyes look as small. Now I'm going to use this brush that I applied my foundation with to blend out everywhere and make sure that everything is blending seamlessly. This step for me personally is essential to my makeup routine, okay? Personally, I think it fixes any problem you might have. Now we're going to set our face. I'm going in with this Benefit setting spray first, and we're going to dry that down. This is just to get rid of that powdery finish. Then I follow up with the Onesize mattifying waterproof setting spray. Love this stuff. She is a holy grail and will always be a part of the makeup routine, okay? Now for lashes, I don't go too crazy with it. I usually just find a nice fluffy pack of lashes that I like on Amazon. I'm definitely gonna find this set of lashes and link it for you guys because I do get a lot of compliments on this one. Once our lashes are intact, I follow up with some mascara. I never skip this step. This also just elevates the makeup look so much. And don't forget your bottom lashes, okay? I'm not crazy about the type of mascara that I use, but I do care about if the mascara runs or not throughout the day. This one doesn't, so I really like it. Now it's time for what I think is the best part, and that is the lip combo. Okay, you guys, this lip combo eats. I'm applying this Makeup by Mario lip pencil in milk chocolate, which I've been loving because it's dark and it's giving that nice contoured effect, but it's not too dark. She's very cutesy in my opinion, and I really like that. And she comes with a brush on the other end, although I very rarely use it, but it is a nice touch for packaging. For lipstick, I'm applying this matte lipstick from MAC in the shade Honey Love. I really like it. It's a nice balance between pink and nude. Now for the glosses, I'm topping the lipstick off with this pink gloss from Huda Beauty, and when I tell you she's gorgeous, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. Huda did not have to eat down so bad with this faux filler gloss. I'm definitely going back for some more shades. Then I'm gonna go in and top my liner off with this Fenty Heat gloss in the shade Hot Chocolate. I have to say that this lip combo is definitely top 5 for me. It might even be top 3. I'm obsessed with it. I've been doing it so much lately. That is pretty much it for my version of a soft glam makeup look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and that you try some products out and tell me how you like it as well. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.